Alright guys, this is John with IntenseAngler, and you're watching Scouts NOA, with this tip of the week. Wait, reverse that.
Hey guys, this is the real John here. Now, don't be fooled by the look-alike versions like at the beginning of this video. In fact, a quick trick for easy identification that I use is the old beard. This one ain't got nothing on old Scouts there. So anyhow, since my good buddy does seem to be a bit turned around today, I'm gonna share a little tip that may help him find his way. So for today's tip of the week, I wanted to share an emergency navigation method with you that will help you determine north, west, east, and south by the position of the sun. Now, this is known as the shadow stick method, and many of you are probably already familiar with it. I've found it to be a very useful trick and one that I've always found quite fascinating. So let's take a look at how this works. Now, to effectively utilize this technique, you're going to need a few things. Number one, and most important, being the sun. Next, you're going to need a couple sticks and a couple of rocks. You're going to want to place a stick into the ground like I've done over here. Now, we are in the northern hemisphere in late December, so the sun is very low on the horizon. So I've chose a shorter stick and it casts a very long shadow. Next, you're going to want to find the tip of your shadow and go ahead and mark that with a rock. Now that is going to determine your westerly position. Next, you're going to wait approximately 15 to 30 minutes. Now, after you've given the sun enough time to shift in the sky, to shift its position, you're going to go ahead and mark your second location, the second tip of the shadow. Okay? Now that's going to give you your easterly position. You're going to want to take a stick and set in between those two rocks, and now that is going to give you your east to west direction. And if you take a stick and place it perpendicular to that, you're also going to have a north and south. So what we have now is a makeshift compass showing us north, east, south, and west. And it's actually surprisingly accurate. The side benefit of this method is the time that it takes. As you're waiting that 15, 20 to 30 minutes for the sun to shift position for you to mark your locations here, that gives you time to sit down, assess your situation, maybe calm down a little bit if you're panicky, and make a game plan for once you have your direction. So there you go, a surprisingly effective technique for emergency navigation, the shadow stick method. Now, before we wrap this up here today, I do got to give a really huge thank you and shout out to my brother Scouts NOA for throwing together yet another stellar introduction together for this tip of the week series. I really appreciate the time that you took to get out there and put that together for us, Scout. And if you guys, for some reason, have not got the chance to check out Scouts NOA's YouTube channel, you're definitely going to be missing out on something. The guy's got some really solid outdoor content over there, original, entertaining, and informative. Not to mention, he's one of the best guys on YouTube, so he's been a really good friend. So aside from that, I did want to say a really quick thank you to BCoutdoorsurvival for submitting this week's tip. He had actually sent over several, and this is the one that I chose because it's one that I had actually wanted to cover in the past. I really like this technique that I showed you guys today, and it's definitely a useful technique. So thanks BCoutdoorsurvival for that. And thank you guys for all of the support that you've extended and shown on this series so far. It's just been overwhelming. I can't believe how well received this series has been so far, and the amount of interaction that we've had by doing this. That has been my personal favorite part of doing this. That's about all I got for this one, guys. I did want to say once again, thanks for watching. Take very good care, and we will see you on the next one.